Hey, I'm Corinne Walston, and I'm your mental performance coach for everyday life. I've got my master's in sport and performance psychology, and I've spent years helping athletes, professionals, and everyday people sharpen their mental game. But here's the thing, mental performance isn't just for the pros. It's for you. Welcome back to Everyday MVP. I'm so glad you're here, because today we're diving into a topic that every single one of us uses, whether we realize it or not. Self-talk. You've probably heard people say, stop being negative. Just be positive. Just don't think that way. But what if I told you positive self-talk isn't always the answer? And what if the goal isn't to stop your thoughts, because you can't, but to choose which ones you focus on? There's actually a middle ground that's far more powerful for performance. Today we're talking about neutral self-talk. What it is, why it matters, and how it can completely change the way you show up under pressure. Let's get into it. Self-talk is simply the act of talking to yourself, out loud, in your head, intentionally, unintentionally. It's all self-talk. It's that constant internal dialogue that runs through your mind all day long. Now, most people know this, but what's interesting is that almost all the advice out there goes like this. Don't talk to yourself negatively. Instead, talk to yourself positively. It sounds simple, right? Except it doesn't really work that way. If you're stuck in a negative headspace, I can't do this, I always mess up, this is going to go wrong, your brain doesn't suddenly believe, I'm amazing, I got this, I'm unstoppable. It feels fake, forced, and honestly, exhausting. Therapist Rebecca Ogle makes a great point. She says, many people feel uncomfortable saying things they don't yet believe or haven't internalized, as though it is fake or hypocritical to do so. If positive affirmations feel weird or phony, neutral self-talk is a great alternative. Neutral self-talk isn't positive or negative, it's objective. When trying to think of neutral self-talk, just stick to the facts, close quote. And that's exactly what we're doing today. So instead of jumping from negative straight to positive, there's a step in the middle that doesn't get nearly enough attention. Neutral. Think of self-talk like a scale. Negative is -1, neutral is 0, and positive is a +1 or a +2. If you try to go from -1 to +2 in a single jump, it feels fake and overwhelming. And if you're looking at a scale, it's a big jump. But going from -1 to 0, that's realistic, that's doable. And that's actually where performance thrives. Neutral self-talk is especially powerful during performance. Whether you're competing, presenting, problem-solving, taking a test, or in a high-pressure moment. Why? Because neutral keeps you present. I'm just going to say it one more time. Neutral keeps you present. It's not hyping you up with emotion, and it's not beating you down with emotion. It's simply guiding you to the next step. Neutral self-talk gives you cognitive control. It keeps your head where your feet are. And when you're grounded like that, you can focus on what you can control, your breath, your attention, your next action. Here are some examples of neutral self-talk. Keep my head up. Keep going. Breathe and reset. Prepare for the next point. Focus on the next step. I've helped clients switch from thinking, I'm going to mess it up, or why do I suck at this, to grounded and connected, I'm aware of what's coming next. And breathe, take the next step. Can you hear the difference in those? It's a good big difference. Now, neutral does not mean emotionless. It just means you aren't letting your emotions run the show. You can still be happy during your performance. You can enjoy it. You can feel frustrated or annoyed. You just don't let those feelings derail what needs to happen next. And neutral also doesn't mean pretending everything is perfect. It also doesn't mean ignoring mistakes. There's a time and place for reflecting and learning, but that time is after the performance, not during it. During performance, you can say something like, that was stupid, as long as it doesn't become, I am stupid. One is feedback, the other is identity. Neutral self-talk separates the moment from who you are. It's objective, it's task-focused, it's about action, not judgment. Now let's talk about how to actually soften negative self-talk and move towards neutral. Here are 3 of my favorite techniques. The first is called thought stopping. This can be physical or mental, When you catch yourself spiraling, interrupt it. Then replace it with something helpful to focus on. Like I mentioned earlier, you can't control all the thoughts that come into your head, but you can choose which ones you focus on. That's the real power. For example, negative thought. I'm going to mess this up. Stop. Replace. Breathe. Next step. It doesn't have to be positive, just neutral and productive. Number 2 is countering. This is about using facts, logic, and evidence. You remind yourself of what's actually true. I've done this before. The last time I tried this, I learned something that helped. I'm capable of handling this situation. It pulls your brain out of fear and back into reality. And the third is called reframing. This is seeing the exact same situation through a different lens. It changes how you interpret the moment so your brain responds more effectively. Instead of seeing a threat, you see a challenge. Instead of letting nerves overwhelm you, you reinterpret them as excitement. Your body's preparing to perform. Instead of viewing something as a risk, you see it as an opportunity. Here are some reframing questions you can use in real time. What can I learn from this? What's one thing I can do right now to make this better? How can I use this moment to grow? Reframing doesn't deny reality. It changes your relationship with it. Reframing helps you respond rather than react. Here's the truth. It's not realistic to be 100% positive all the time. And honestly, you don't need to be. Neutral self-talk is more effective in performance because it keeps you grounded, present, and focused on the next step, not caught in emotion. And here's the real secret. Self-talk is always there. And the more you practice neutral self-talk in your daily life, the easier it becomes when the pressure rises. Neutral self-talk is a skill. And like any skill, it gets stronger with reps. So here's your challenge for the week. Catch one moment of negative self-talk, just one. Then shift to neutral using one of the 3 strategies: thought stopping, countering, or reframing. Your self-talk doesn't have to be positive all the time. It just has to be helpful. Remember to subscribe so you don't miss an episode, and share with someone who you think could use a boost in their mental game. And remember, MindLink team, your most valuable player is you. Every day is a new day. Breathe in, breathe out. You've got this.